Hi, I'm Roger Jordan, Vice President of Government Relations for the Professional Services Council, here to give you an update on the intersection between cybersecurity and acquisition policy. There's been a flurry of activity on the cybersecurity front ever since the President published his executive order on cybersecurity in 2013. Since that time, NIST has moved expeditiously to craft their Cybersecurity Framework, but also embedded in the executive order was a small paragraph 8E that directed GSA to work with the Department of Defense and the Department of Homeland Security to come up with recommendations on how to build cybersecurity through contract administration and oversight and planning. GSA worked with the Department of Homeland Security and DoD to come up with 6 recommendations, which they published in November of 2013. In March of this year, they came up with an implementation plan for those 6 recommendations. The plan focuses primarily on the government's desire to establish a risk management strategy to address cybersecurity vulnerabilities associated with federal acquisitions. To do this, GSA plans to develop a set of category definitions and then rank them based on where they see the greatest threats. Then, the department plans to develop a set of overlays or specific cybersecurity standards to address and mitigate those threats. The first category GSA plans to tackle is with regards to information, communications, and technology-related products, services, and solutions. They've developed a draft taxonomy to help them capture and categorize each of the various product services codes under the ICT heading. The plan, as well as the taxonomy, are notional at this point and open to public comment. The March 12th notice sought comments from industry by April 28, 2014. PSC plans to engage heavily on providing feedback to GSA, DoD, and the Department of Homeland Security on this initiatives. We've already had a number of meetings with our cybersecurity working group to address industry concerns and develop our own comments. We'll also likely be commenting through COTSIA, the Council of Defense and Space Industry Associations. As GSA's efforts continue, PSC expects that they'll be seeking greater industry feedback on some of the other finer points of the implementation plan. PSC plans to be heavily engaged in these efforts as well. In addition to what's happening on the regulatory front, PSC is also engaged with the Hill as they move towards developing their own cybersecurity legislation that may address things such as liability protections and greater information sharing between the government and industry. This is a small segment of everything that PSC is doing on the cybersecurity front, but it's important that we have continuous feedback from our membership. To make sure that your views are addressed in PSC's comments, contact any member of the PSC policy team. We look forward to hearing from our members, and we look forward to engaging further with GSA on this effort. Keep an eye out for additional information coming from PSC as we remain engaged on this important issue.